What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe all my YouTube videos by hitting that notification bell, by the subscribe button as well. If you'd like to donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, you can do so by hitting that notification bell, by the subscribe button, and the Cash App, $ BJ Matthews. I'll put that in the pinned comments. Let's get it popping. I want to get on here real quick on this Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon and talk about the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz have been a team, to me, that's been probably one of the most respectable teams throughout the NBA. I know they don't get much love throughout the main media circles, but that's why we come in, basketball knowledge people, basketball players who actually talk about the entire league and just not certain teams that get all the exposure. Utah Jazz are a team that you need to watch out for the next 3 to 5 seasons. I am very, very impressed with Danny Ainge as the GM. What he did, basically blowing up the team with Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Bogdan Bogdonavic, Joe Ingles. You know what I'm saying? All the main core pieces, which all you really have left is Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson. Now, people said the Jazz was going to be a team that was going to somewhat tank. But what I'm seeing is a team that's actually holding the fort down, and actually they're playing as a team. I got to give credit to Danny Ainge for doing what he did, bringing in guys like Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, you know what I'm saying, Taylor Horton Tucker, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley on this team, man, to, fill up the pieces. And I think the reason why the Utah Jazz are playing the way they're playing is because of their head coach, Will Hardy, of the Boston Celtics. For whatever reason, everybody that comes from that Popovich tree, whether it be Steve Kerr, whether it be Ime Udoka, or now this dude, Will Hardy, they just seem to somewhat succeed when it comes to coaching. And when I listen to his post-game interviews, his pre-game interviews, his welcome interviews to the team, like, he's a guy who really is about team first, accepting accountability, accepting structure, and that's what you see with this Utah Jazz team. That's very unselfish, plays very hard, and you see guys getting credit that they weren't getting credit from their previous teams. But I do wish this one last thing, that the Jazz kept Donovan Mitchell, because I believe Donovan Mitchell is a person that they're missing from this team, because they have the talent as far as, a bunch of good players, but they don't have a star player. And I think Quinn Snyder, being the coach of the Jazz, was somebody that kind of let Donovan get away with a lot of stuff, as far as shooting inefficient and, getting a lot of turnovers. But I think a guy like Will Hardy can probably bring structure to Donovan Mitchell. And I think I would have wanted him to, stay with the Utah Jazz. But, the Cavs and the Jazz both, have good teams right now. So it was an even trade, win-win. But I wanted to just say that the Utah Jazz are a team to watch out for the next 3 to 5 seasons. And I'm very, very impressed with Danny Ainge and Will Hardy, the coach of the Utah Jazz. But that's all I got to say about that. Pull up, see, pull up, check, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.